Howdy. My name's Clyde. Go back to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Why's my chair always higher than... Today, we got a video from Everything Always. Breaking why Marvel Studios just canceled the last Multiverse Saga Untitled release date.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka All Fires. You know, incidentally, we just talked about this at the channel within the last week. We gave you guys an update about Doctor Strange 3 and that Untitled Marvel movie release that was still scheduled for the summer of 2027 in between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. We'll talk about exactly what my logic and reasoning was.
I don't know if y'all heard, but I don't know if y'all know, but apparently, you know, with these politics and everything going on, bro, a lot of these movies that's not filmed in the I was trying to say in the UK, in the United States, bro, we might not get them, bro. And we know Avengers Doomsday and they supposedly being filmed in the UK, right? So I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really think that whole little thing, you know, with the tariffs or whatever on the movies that's not made out here, bro, that's gonna affect a lot of these movie industries and stuff, bro. Now, a lot of movies y'all thought was gonna come out next year might not even come out next year, or it might just be postponed, like pushed it back, because they probably gotta do some things to make sure they get the rights to bring it out in America. I'm pretty sure they're gonna let movies like Marvel and them film other places and come back, and you know, because it's Marvel, it's like one of the big, you know. But I do feel like that might be a reason why some of this stuff might be changed, bro. I could be lying, though. It could just be something they want to do.
For thinking Marvel may cancel this movie, and why days later they actually have. Yes, that's right. Disney and Marvel have officially canceled the Untitled Marvel release for the summer of 2027. We're going to break it all down, and even though they did so quietly and didn't offer a specific reason, we're going to break down the very obvious reasons why this movie would have been a near impossibility for Marvel Studios to pull off. We're breaking it all down. Marvel Studios' newest cancellation. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, thanks to everyone who's been subbing in the last week or so. We're actually on pace for our best week of the year, and if you haven't already, I would just kindly invite you to do so. Whether you've been rocking with the channel for a while or this is your first time finding us, subbing is the best way to support us. Plus, it'll automatically enter you for the giveaways. Again, all you got to do is videos on, like, leave a comment on this video, stick around at the end of the video, we get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so this was officially reported by Variety, breaking late this afternoon, about an hour ago when I'm doing this video, a little bit longer than that before my editor is going to get it up, in which they have now confirmed the Untitled Marvel movie that would have released on July 23rd, 2027 has been removed from Disney's calendar. The release date has been now taken by the Simpsons movie sequel. So again, this is official. It's not coming from an industry insider or a Twitter scoopster. This is literally coming from a Hollywood trade that works with Marvel on a lot of occasions to make sure they get information like this correct. So, not to pat myself on the back, but to recap my video about Doctor Strange 3 from just days ago, where one Twitter scoopster indicated that Sam Raimi's now in negotiations to direct said film, and we speculated that if they're moving forward with it, at least it could hit a production deadline to put it on that 2027 release date. My line of thinking is that it would be impossible for Marvel Studios to work another Marvel movie into their production schedule over the next 24 months. And a lot of reasons for that. Number one, the way that they've written the scripts, or should I say the way that they haven't written the scripts, means that there are always going to be a lot of details in flux until they shoot the very last scene. And let's face it, with the reshoots they have scheduled, they could change a lot of stuff.
So are they writing? Okay, he just said something that kind of got me like, you know, so are they like writing scenes and then they go and film them, and then they write the next scene, and then they go and film it? Like, is that how they doing it, bro? Because if that's the case, that's the reason why it's taking so damn long for these movies to be done, bro. I mean, if that's the way they got to do it, and they feel most comfortable doing it that way, and it works, bro, it works. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that could make things a little bit slower, you know? But it seems like that's what they doing. They writing a little bit, and then they go and film what they wrote to see what it'll look like, you know what I'm saying? To kind of see it live, you know? And then if they don't like it, they change it, but then, you know, they go and write the next scene and then they film it. That's probably how they doing it, bro. But it also, this way, the way they doing it, if they are doing it this way, it could help these actors get rest in between filming and everything like that. And also help them, or allow them to do other things to help them make money. You know, they probably got other little side hustles and stuff like that, but it might help them have more time to themselves, you know what I'm saying, while still working, you know what I mean? Probably not, so they might not be doing it like that.
Reportedly,
My bad, yeah.
Depending on which source you want to go by, either the actor Alan Cumming, who said that they eventually did get a script, or the industry insider Jeff Snyder, who indicated recently they still haven't finished the script for Avengers Doomsday. By all accounts, if they did finish it, it only just happened, and we can be sure they're not finished with the script for Avengers Secret Wars. So based on those facts alone, and knowing that Marvel Studios loves to continue to rewrite their films in post-production, trying to sneak a third film in between the two of them that would be completely dependent on the rules that they're still trying to figure out and the happenings in that films, it would have just been too hard for any creatives, let alone the same creatives that are involved, to try to make this third movie and contingent on films that aren't done yet. Way too complicated, way too much margin for error, etc. There's no way they could have done that. Now, by that same exact logic, the creatives that are involved right now with Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars aren't just the Russos, aren't just Kevin Feige and the writer. They've got everyone involved. They brought Michael Waldron back, who wrote on the 2 Loki films. We just heard that Brian Andrews, the guy who worked on Marvel Zombies, also worked on action sequences for Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. If you know anything about how they hire people, I bet it's all hands on decks, all their top brass, and especially if you've worked on some of the multiverse films, or especially like Michael Waldron helped establish some of the major canon points, they've got you consulting and reading scripts. They did the same thing for Avengers Endgame, where James Gunn was consulted on the scripts. They passed them around, try to get as much input as possible, but it's those exact creatives that would also be having to do this for, say, a third Doctor Strange movie or a fifth Thor, or whatever film they would have tried to wedge between the two of these, and they already are going to be as stretched thin as possible. Reportedly, over the last couple of years, Kevin Feige not having enough bandwidth is part of why he wasn't able to quality control the projects. Right now, they're focused on these 2 Avengers films, and it would have just been another level of difficulty and maybe even impossibility to try to make a third contingent film be produced, written, directed, shot, post-production, and then make it out in the summer of 2027. Not to mention that we haven't even brought up the fact that, well, Marvel movies haven't been performing as well as they did in the past.
Yeah,
and you can take it by a lot of metrics, and as far as I'm concerned, if you look at just the black and white of the money side of it, they make a lot more money than a lot of other movies. Regardless of the budget, they are still one of the biggest things going. But you guys know what it is. There's a small contingent of
That's what I'm saying. Even though with these whole little, movies that's being filmed outside of, I think Marvel gonna have a pass, bro, because they one of the biggest earning movie companies we have. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure they gonna let Marvel do their little thing, or they might make it to where they be like, okay, look, certain cities when Marvel is filming and need to film in this city, bro, we need to block off this entire block for 70 days, bro. Nobody come outside, inside, drive, nothing. Or whatever they got to do to, because I feel like, how they said Spider-Man Brand New Day couldn't be filmed in New York because it was pretty much going to be a hassle, or it was going to cost too much money. Well, I feel like the reason why is because maybe they didn't talk. Maybe they didn't have no communication with the mayor or something like that to set something up to where they like, we finna film here. We need this space for a couple of days. Can you help us block it off or give us extra, And they need to start doing that if they want to be able to film all these movies in America, bro. These mayors need to be on board too, and make some room in a city for these films to be made or something like that. You feel me? Because I feel like the only reason why they go abroad is, 1, because of the scenery, and 2, because it might be less of a hassle to film in other areas sometimes, bro. Just be honest.
Boys on the internet that always loves to bash everything, and because of how active they are, they end up sounding like the majority when they weren't. Don't get me started. Topic for a different video. And even though some of their gripes may be valid, some of their gripes aren't. But when you have really poor writing in Marvel movies, it seems to validate that. Again, let me stop right now with that. But the major takeaway here is that it's a real risk. If they nail Avengers Doomsday and Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Dr. Doom,
I just thought about something, bro. I'm so slow. Oh my God, bro. The X-Men are going to be a part of Secret Wars, right? Supposedly, right? When is Secret Wars coming out again, bro? Hold on, let me check. December 17th, bro. 2027, bro. Bro. The Mutant Saga. Wait, are they saying? Okay, wait, hold on. When does the Mutant Saga start? Hold on, bro. Oh, okay, 2028. They think about starting. Okay. Because I'm thinking like, bro, how is the X-Men and all, like, I'm like, bro, wait, is this gonna come out like during the X-Men saga? Like, they gonna already be, we gonna already be in the beginning of the Mutant Saga, and then at some point we're gonna get an Avengers Secret Wars movie. You know what I'm saying? Basically, the Mutant Saga is gonna be like their perspective or something. That's what I was thinking at first, because I'm like, wait, hold on, when the movie come out? Because if it come out after the Mutant Saga start, it kind of makes sense why they will be a part of Secret Wars. You know, even more, it'll make even more sense, is what I'm saying. But I guess them getting into Secret Wars stuff will be the introduction into the Mutant Saga, which is still pretty cool to me. You feel me?
It's going to reinvigorate the superhero movies the way that the director on Iron Man 3, Shane Black, said it was going to do. If they nail it and have a great on-ramp for Secret Wars, if the excitement is at an all-time high,
hey, we need a beast
really
movie.
Risking taking away from that by putting out a not Avengers title in between the two of them, and really only leaving about 6 months between that film and when Avengers Secret Wars goes off. Basically, if the discussion around, say, a Doctor Strange 3 or whatever Marvel film would have been snuck in there wasn't as good as they hoped for and somehow lessened the excitement from Doomsday, then it would actually be hurting them more than helping, and that's a risk that I think no matter what, they just wouldn't have been able to take.
That makes sense.
Really, all in all, while that date may have been held on the calendar right up until today, as I argued in that Doctor Strange 3 video, it may just have been a matter of course of...
Yeah, it makes sense. Bro, yeah, it makes sense, bro, because that's still going to be before... I'm guessing these are the movies. He's talking about the movies that was going to come out before Secret Wars. I'm guessing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a lot of time in between Avenger Doomsday. It's going to be pretty much a whole year, bro. So we're going to have a lot of that. We're going to have a lot of time, bro. And I guess he's saying Marvel don't want certain movies to come out after Avenger Doomsday that have more hype and is better, I guess, than Avenger Doomsday. Because let me know right now in the comments, bro. Do y'all think any movie is better than do y'all think any of the movies in Marvel is better than any of the regular, than any of the Avengers movies? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? Do the street level movies, I guess you will call them, is there any of them better than any of the Avengers movies that we have? Let it be known in the comments if you feel like one of them is better, bro. And if you don't think so, maybe that's what they trying to keep up. Like, we don't want nothing to be better than the Avengers movies. The Avengers movies got to be the top tier work. You know what I'm saying? 5-star work. Everything else got to be below that. You know, which honestly I would not be mad about, because the Avengers movies are like the biggest movies, you know what I'm saying, for Marvel. So, oh, what the hell just happened?
Them holding it until they had a new film to put in that spot, like the Simpsons sequel. Now, the other reason they could have held on to that date for quite some time was reportedly...
I gotta talk about this, bro. Did they really cancel a Marvel movie to put a Simpsons movie there, bro? Or was it just like, since we canceled a Marvel movie, you know what I'm saying, just to, you know, replace it, to make sure something does come out? We do have a Simpsons movie prepared, so what about that? Nobody's seen that in a minute. Or are they like, bro, we don't want to put out a Marvel, let's put out a Simpsons movie instead? That would be so crazy if Simpsons replaced the Marvel movie, bro. That'd be... Is that disrespectful? Let's talk about it, bro. Is that disrespectful for them to do, bro? Because when I heard that, bro, I thought it was fake, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, bro, ain't no way Disney would do that, bro. But bro's saying this, so I'm guessing Disney did do that. But was it for that reason? Or was it just like, you know, since there's nothing coming out, we just gonna put this there, you know what I'm saying? Because that is prepared, and we do want that to come out sometime soon, so why not now? You know? I don't know, but that would be crazy.
Bob Iger was mad that they didn't have another Marvel movie to go in between the two Decembers. He wanted another Marvel film. At least this year, they'll have Spider-Man going down in summer, even though that's a co-production with Sony, but thought that they should be making more use of the calendar and the IP. But I would just cautiously say maybe he forgot that that's the exact same thinking and directive that Bob Chapek got the Marvel IP in trouble with, where he just was like, hey, make whatever you can. We need to put out a lot more content. For real, I don't think there needs to be a film in between the two Avengers movies, and I'm quite happy there isn't. It gives us a lot of time to sort of sit with Avengers Doomsday, watch it several times, make our theories, and really get hyped for Avengers Secret Wars.
Maybe that's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just me. I'm real happy about them dropping movies, because, you know, I love superheroes and stuff like that. You feel me? So I guess you could say I'm a little biased, and I'm like, bro, I want them to drop some more stuff in between, because it's so long, bro. But I do think with this Wolverine game coming out, bro, they might be doing what I was talking about in my past few videos, bro. They might be trying to focus on some of the video game aspect of Marvel, bro. Because like I said, And all fires, bro. If you see this video, I'm pretty sure it might come across because I am reacting to your shit. You know what I'm saying? But if you see this part of the video, bro, let me know if you think they might focus on some video games, bro. And do you think they could really take over the video game world, bro? There's so many characters in Marvel, bro, villains and superheroes, bro. It's kind of like, bro, they can, bro, they can really like last a lifetime on video games, bro, with all the characters they have. And then you know it's gonna be more characters created later down the line, bro. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna stop at just the characters we have now. Later down the line, it's gonna be more people that join Marvel that end up thinking about new characters and stuff like that, and people gonna be real hip to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure they gonna have an everlasting roster of characters to use, bro, for video games, even TV shows, just like they do in Marvel Rivals, bro. How they releasing characters and stuff like two a month or whatever the case is, bro. They're gonna be able to do that for a very long time, which means that game is gonna be alive for a very long time because of it. They need to start making these more solo games like the Wolverine game they just made, bro. They need to start doing more like that because, bro, people will play it, and this is a streaming era, bro. Imagine all these top streamers streaming y'all superhero games. Imagine how much money Marvel will make, bro. No cap. And then also, bro, just to throw it out there, if Marvel and Disney, if y'all are trying to get back to the way y'all was with, you know, certain stuff and all that, video games is a way to do it because many men play video games, bro. So it's one way to do it, bro. It's one way to get people. It's one way to get Disney back on track if that's what y'all was trying to do. Get them back to the old days. There's one way to do it, bro. Not gonna lie.
Need something in between. And yes, of course, they could have done the underhander and made it a prequel so that it wasn't contingent. But then why are you even making another movie if you're not going to use that real estate to build up the story that's at play? Making a Doctor Strange 3 sequel that didn't really set up anything extra for Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. No one wants to see that in between the two Avengers films anyway. You guys let me know all your thoughts down below if this wasn't a big shock to you. Quickly with the giveaway stuff, we're still giving away PlayStation.
Okay, I understand that, bro. If it's not connected to Avengers Doomsday or Avengers Secret Wars, bro, and it's coming out in between, I guess I understand why you wouldn't want it to come out. You feel me? I understand. But I do feel like it'll be real easy for them to connect it. They could just be like, after showing the Avengers Doomsday, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of areas in the movie where we're like, damn, when did he do that? Or when did he learn that? Or when did he decide to make that decision? You know, like, we gonna wonder that. We gonna wonder when they decide to do some stuff off screen. And I feel like those solo movies could be those movies where they show all the stuff that happened off screen in that movie. And then after that, they could put in a little bit that kind of goes a little off into the story, you know what I'm saying, just to finish it up. But I feel like that's one way they could do it. Like a Captain America movie, bro, with the Peggy Carter. I really feel like that should be a movie, bro. That 100% should be a movie. I don't feel like that should only be showed in Avengers Doomsday, bro. That Captain America, when he went back to go be with Peggy, bro, that has to be a solo movie, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, people will watch that, even if it's not connected, even though it is. But I'm just saying, like, that right there, bro, that's something I really want to know what happened. I want to know what happened in that timeline. Did he take the serum? And if he did Peggy also take the serum? And that, like, what happened, bro? What happened? You know? So y'all let me know, bro, how y'all feel about them deleting some more stuff and replacing something with Simpsons. If they really did that for that, that's kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Not gonna lie. But what do y'all think they should put out in between Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars that would connect really well with the story? It could be a video game, TV show, or a movie, bro. But let it be known, because I'm pretty sure Marvel, I'm pretty sure they watching us, bro, and they listening to us, bro. They taking some of the things into consideration and they thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why they canceling stuff, because they probably heard a lot of people like, yeah, we ain't gonna want to mess with nothing if it don't connect. And they like, yeah, that makes sense, bro. Let's get rid of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But speak up, bro. Closed mouths don't get fed, you know?